This is Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose. Let us begin this day with the Word of God and a short reflection.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 6, verses 1 to 6. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. He left there and returned to his hometown. His disciples came along. On the Sabbath, he gave a lecture in the meeting place. He stole the show, impressing everyone. "We had no idea he was this good," they said. "How did he get so wise all of a sudden, get such ability?" But in the next breath, they were cutting him down. "He's just a carpenter, Mary's boy. We've known him since he was a kid. We know his brothers, James, Justus, Jude, and Simon, and his sisters. Who does he think he is?" They tripped over what little they knew about him and fell sprawling. And they never got any further. Jesus told them, "A prophet has little honor in his hometown, among his relatives, on the streets he played in as a child." Jesus wasn't able to do much of anything there. He laid hands on a few sick people and healed them. That's all. He couldn't get over their stubbornness. He left and made a circuit of the other villages, teaching.
Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 6, verses 1 to 6. After spending a few months in Capernaum, visiting the villages of Galilee, preaching the gospel and healing the sick, Jesus returns to his native village. Jesus in Capernaum was involved in a tragic conflict with the political and religious authorities. But now in his native, it is the ordinary peasants of his hometown who do not understand and reject him. Jesus must have said or done something particularly provocative. Sometime before, his relatives tried to convince him to return to his family and to resume his decent work as a carpenter, but he did not accede to their proposal. Looking on those around, listening to him, he exclaimed, "Here are my mother, my brothers. Whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother to me." We read this in Mark chapter 3. Now, on his own initiative, he returns to Nazareth, accompanied by his new family, the group of disciples who responded to his call. They had left their boats, nets, and father, and all they had, and followed him. As long as Jesus remains quiet in the house where he grew up, that is, as long as he remains within the traditional mold and appreciates the religious beliefs transmitted by the rabbis and shared by all, no one has anything to say to him. Problems arise as soon as he makes public the decision to set up a new home, a new family. With his message and actions, Jesus is demolishing the old house in which they have placed all their hopes. What guarantees can the carpenter, the son of Mary, offer? For more than 30 years, he has done nothing but fix doors and windows, makes hoes and plows, and they knew his brothers and sisters. Where does the message that he expounds come from? And who gives him the power to work wonders? They wonder, are they done in the name of God? Or, as the scribes that came from Jerusalem accused him of, do they come from the evil one? The attitude taken by the people of Nazareth is repeated even today. Today, there is no lack of prophets, but we refuse to accept them as such, simply because we know them. We use the same argument that Jesus' countrymen used, and we close ourselves off to the new possibilities, ways, and hopes that God opens up to us through them. Certainly, they have their weaknesses as we all do, but through them the Spirit speaks. If we don't listen to them, too bad for us. Who are the prophets for you today? To what extent do we listen to them? Do we feel that if listened to them, we could live differently?